Part of the healing journey is admitting things about yourself that aren't always the nicest things. And I am first to admit that, yes, I'm a very authentic person, and like what I say, what I do, usually is how I feel. I don't really hide much. I would much rather talk to you and speak directly to you than keep anything. But in the course of my life, I do realize now that I definitely dim myself, and I definitely wore masks to make other people feel comfortable with my presence, to make other people feel comfortable with my light. Because people, when you shine, just naturally shine, you don't have to tell anyone, they start getting jealous. They start acting different. They start moving behind your back. They do all these different things to like start really coming at you. Like, for example, you get a new wonderful relationship and you post, a video of you loving on your partner or him giving you flowers. Next thing you know, you got a whole bunch of haters, starting rumors or talking bad about you, or whatever environment you're in, or sending your man DMs. Like, this is just an example of like when you shine, how people act. And so over time, I just started like kind of pulling back, and the mask that I will wear is like, I'm not going to really say a lot or do a lot, and I'm not going to really shine too bright because I don't want people to see me so that they can target me. But that's the version of me that came out because of I was surviving, and I was so used to getting targeted and attacked and hurt throughout my life because of that, whether it was how I looked or because I was successful or because of whatever reason. And I would shrink myself and dim my light to be digestible to other people so that I wouldn't threaten them or that I wouldn't, make them feel uncomfortable and whatever they were going through their life. But that is over. That is so over now. One, because my connection to God is stronger. My connection to God is stronger. And because my connection to God is stronger, my protection is impeccable. It's impenetrable. God and the angels and my spirit team, I do not fear if people see me anymore. I am here, eyes wide open. Like what I am putting out is actually who I am and how I feel. I don't need to only share certain bits of information just here and there because, I'm afraid of how I'll be perceived or the names that people will call me now or how they think I am or not ungodly or that the practices that I do are not in alignment with God. But as I always say, God cares about what's in my heart and who I am every day and how I show up. And because I am grounded in my connection to God, and because I know who I am, and because I know my intentions, and because I am confident in the decisions that I'm making, that other people objectively outside of me might not understand, and they might see and perceive me as weak, or they might not agree with my decisions, I am fine with that. And because I'm fine with that, I don't need to wear any mask anymore. I am fine standing right in who I am with the decisions that I made because I have made those decisions with full informed consent without any lies or illusions to myself. Today is a new day. Today's word is we are no longer, wearing masks to make other people feel comfortable. The Nadi Shakai. All praise to the Most High God. Love to the Mother. For real, y'all. Set yourself free. We do the weirdest things when we try to dim ourselves or dim our light or restrict or hold back who we really are. Like if you're quirky, you make dry jokes, you like joking with people. And you see that most people are like generally not in a good mood. Like, have y'all been watching that like hype me up guy? You know what I mean? I did a video to him. He always is doing his dance, and all you see are bitter Bettys. Nobody wants to dance with him. Everybody be side eye him, giving a dirty look. Nobody wants to be joyful or have fun. Forget it. If I'm the only one that's going to have fun and turn up and joke and laugh, even if you don't understand me, I'm not going to stop being me because you don't understand me. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem. Of course, I understand. Of course, I understand if I'm doing something and it makes people feel uncomfortable or it triggers people. And if they let me know that, then I will hear that. I will be empathetic if I'm making people feel inappropriate, but that's not going to stop me from me being me and me expressing myself. I might temper it moving forward with that particular. Somebody said, I don't want to hear what you got to say because it does this to me. Okay, respectfully, I will take it over here, or I will be more mindful of the language that I will use, especially I am sensitive to this collective. I am sensitive that a lot of what I'm saying is definitely non-mainstream. It's definitely probably the first time people are hearing things. I understand that it could trigger a lot of self-healing as well, which I have to be sensitive to. And of course, I will take that into account as well. But as long as this is my channel and I am stating what I feel is true, and I will always say whether or not it's backed by fact or not, or if it's my personal belief, I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to pass the message. I will stay true to who I am, and I don't have to wear a mask. I don't have to be someone I'm not just to make people in the mainstream feel comfortable. If you don't resonate with what I say, then you can go to another channel. You feel me? And that's the same way that you should live your lives in whatever endeavor that you're living. Like if people say you're too much, then that means that they don't have the capacity to hold you. I'm so serious. It's like, because I'm so sick of people saying you too much. You're just not enough. I mean, real talk, yo. Like, and that's not necessarily a stain on that person. It might be that wherever they're at in their journey, they got enough on their plate. If they have their family, they got their own problems they working through. It might not be that it's a timing issue. It's just certain things when it comes to connections and relationships where we just not in alignment, or we might not be at the same place of our spiritual journey growing together. Where it might be, it could, who knows? There's just so many different reasons why people could be misaligned at different points in time along their journey, including like generational curses and just different kind of, illusions and deceptions that have been put into place. And so, we have to, I think, be respectful of the differences that we have with each other, but also keep an open mind to the unique experiences and perspectives of different people, and when they decide to show up truly as they are, we have to honor that. If people are going to decide to stop hiding how they feel inside, and if they start expressing what they're really thinking, and they actually start being truthful with each other and working through problems together, and like being truthful about how other people are making them feel in their day-to-day connections, which is going to overall improve their experiences of life, because they can push away people that they really don't want in their life, that don't make them happy, and bring people closer that actually feed them and water them because they're being honest. We have to respect those interactions. We can't continue to live in a society where wearing masks is normalized and where people hold back the truth out of niceties and being politically correct. Like, at some point, we have to say, we honor your opinion, we honor your perspectives. I might not agree with you, and this might mean that we need to kind of decide whether we're going to still be connected or we need some distance between each other, but we're going to have those conversations to make those kind of hard decisions. And like, for example, if you've known me personally and now you see a different side of me because I am fully within my presence and my essence, and it offends you, or you don't like what you see, I respectfully understand that. And I also accept that you might not want to be connected to me anymore. And with that said, I thank you for your presence and for your experience. And I wish you the best in your experiences moving forward. And that is the approach of how all of us should take when we decide to truly live as within, so without. So whoever we are embodying within ourselves is who we are on the exterior as well, which will start affecting the outside world, where we can truly live within peace within our minds, and that whatever we are thinking and feeling in the inside, we can truly feel and be in the outside. I love y'all.